Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive with us. Today we're going to be exploring the world of SEO and digital marketing.
Yeah, getting into all the ways you can create content that really connects with your audience.
Exactly. I'm so excited to dive into all this source material, especially about these things called PLR and MRR.
Oh, yeah. Those are important ones.
We'll get to those eventually, but first, we need to talk about the foundation of any good content strategy, and that is understanding your audience.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, you could create the most incredible content in the world, but if it's not reaching the right people, it's not going to do you any good.
Right. That's like trying to sell ice to Eskimos, I guess.
Huh.
Oh, yeah?
Exactly. Or like trying to sell winter coats in the middle of summer. You really need to know who you're talking to.
So how do we figure that out? I mean, short of actually becoming mind readers.
Well, luckily, we don't have to resort to mind reading. There are some seriously effective techniques we can use to get inside the heads of our potential customers.
Ooh, like what?
It starts with research. We're talking about things like market research, demographic data, even psychographics.
Psychographics, what is that?
It's basically understanding your audience's values, lifestyles, interests.
Oh, okay, so like what makes them tick?
Exactly. And the best part is once you have this information, you can tailor your content to really speak to those needs and desires.
So it's like we're creating a custom-made suit for each person in our audience.
In a way, yeah. You're creating something that fits them perfectly, something they find valuable and engaging.
I like that, but all this research sounds kind of intimidating. How do we actually get started with all this?
Well, it all starts with gathering information. We've got surveys, interviews, even looking at your competitors.
Oh, competitors. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you can learn a lot by seeing who they're targeting, what kind of content they're creating, and how they're engaging with their audience.
This is like doing a little bit of detective work.
Huh. Yeah, kinda. It's about understanding the landscape of your industry and then figuring out where you fit in.
Okay, so we've gathered all this information about our audience. What's next?
Well, now we need to understand how they behave online. This is where tools like Google Analytics and social media insights come in handy.
Oh yeah, Google Analytics. I've heard of that, but isn't it super complicated?
It can seem a bit overwhelming at first, but it's honestly incredibly valuable. You can track everything from how many people visit your website to how long they stay on each page.
So we can see what's working and what's not.
Exactly. It's all about using data to inform your decisions and create content that truly resonates with your audience.
Wow, this is starting to feel like we're getting somewhere.
We are. And the more you learn about your audience, the better you'll be at connecting with them through your content.
Okay, so this is all about really getting to know your audience inside and out before you even start creating any content.
Exactly. It's the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about in terms of PLR, MRR, and all those digital marketing strategies.
Awesome. I can't wait to learn more about all of that.
Me too. And we'll get into all those exciting details in the next part of our deep dive.
So stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Welcome back, everybody. Ready to keep diving deeper.
You know it. Last time we were talking about like understanding your audience.
Yeah. That's like the key to everything, isn't it?
Totally. It's like having a treasure map to success or something.
Yeah.
I
like that analogy. But now we got to figure out how to use that map, right?
Exactly. We've got all these insights about our audience. Now, how do we actually use them to create content that they'll love?
Okay, so let's talk about that. We need to come up with strategies for creating content that not only grabs their attention, but also keeps them engaged and coming back for more.
All right, let's do it. Oh, and before we get too far, can we talk about PLR and MRR? Those acronyms have been floating around, and I think our listeners might be wondering what those mean.
Oh, yeah, good point. PLR stands for private label rights, and it basically means you can take existing content like articles or ebooks and make it your own.
So it's like having a ghostwriter, but with more freedom.
Exactly. You can customize it, rebrand it, even add your own unique spin to make it truly yours. It's a huge time saver, especially if you're not a writer yourself.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What about MRR?
MRR is master resale rights, and that gives you the right to resell a product as if it were your own. So you can set your own prices, create your own marketing materials. It's pretty cool.
So it's like having your own digital storefront without having to create all the products yourself.
Yep, you got it. You're leveraging existing resources to build your own brand and reach a wider audience.
I'm starting to see the possibilities here. But how do we make sure that all this PLR and MRR content actually connects with our audience? I mean, we did all this research to understand them, right?
Right. And that research is going to guide us here. Let's say you figured out that your audience is mostly young professionals who are super interested in personal growth.
Okay, yeah.
You wouldn't use PLR content about retirement planning for them, would you?
Definitely not. That would be so off topic.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, you would look for PLR content that aligns with their interests, like maybe something about productivity hacks or career advancement tips.
Ah, I see. So it's about choosing content that speaks directly to their needs and goals.
You got it. You're giving them something valuable, something that helps them in their everyday lives.
This reminds me of something we read in one of the sources. It was about an entrepreneur named Tom who used PLR and MRR content to grow his business right.
Yes, Tom's a great example. He was struggling to get customers online, but once he started using this thing called the PDM Starter Kit, things really took off for him.
PDM Starter Kit, what's that?
It's like a toolkit designed to help people like Tom navigate the world of digital marketing.
Oh, cool. So, like, what's in it?
All sorts of goodies. It's got audience analysis tools, SEO-enhanced articles, social media headlines even.
Wow, so it's like a one-stop shop for digital marketing success.
Pretty much. And the best part is that it's designed with SEO in mind.
SEO, right. Search engine optimization. I know it's important, but I gotta admit, it kind of makes my head spin sometimes.
I know what you mean. It can be a bit overwhelming. But think of it this way. SEO is all about making sure your content is visible to search engines like Google.
So it's not just about writing good content, but making sure that Google can actually find it and understand what it's about.
Exactly. The PDM Starter Kit helps you sprinkle in those keywords and phrases that Google loves so your content ranks higher in search results.
Ah, I see. So Tom used this kit to basically boost his website's visibility.
Yep. He went from being buried in search results to showing up on the first page.
Wow, that's impressive. So we've got SEO covered, which helps people find our content. Now, what about engagement? How do we keep people hooked once they land on our page?
Great question. This is where understanding your audience's psychographics really comes into play.
Yeah.
You know how we were talking about their values and interests earlier?
Yeah.
Well, let's say your audience values authenticity and realness. You wouldn't want to hit them with super formal and stuffy language, right?
No way. That would be a total turnoff.
Right. Instead, you'd want to write in a more conversational tone, like you're chatting with a friend. Be yourself. Be genuine.
Okay, so it's all about creating that personal connection.
Exactly. People are more likely to stick around if they feel like they're reading something written by a real person, not a robot.
Makes sense. So we've got SEO to help people find our content and engaging writing to keep them on the page. But I feel like there's still one piece missing here. How do we actually turn these engaged readers into paying customers?
Now you're talking. That's where things get really interesting. We need to dive into the art of crafting compelling calls to action and creating offers that are irresistible.
Okay, I'm all ears. How do we do that?
Well, it all starts with guiding your audience towards a desired outcome. Whether that's signing up for your email list, downloading a free resource, or making a purchase, you got to make it clear what you want them to do.
Right. It's not enough to just have great content. We need to tell people what to do next.
Exactly. And there's some tricks to making those calls to action super effective. We got to keep them concise, action-oriented, and focused on the benefits,
So instead of just saying, learn more,
Yeah.
we could say something like, unlock your potential today, or get exclusive access now.
Yes, exactly. You're creating a sense of urgency and excitement.
I love it. So we've got those powerful calls to action figured out. But what about the offers themselves? How do we make them stand out in a crowded online world?
Remember all that research we did about our audience's pain points and desires?
Yeah.
That's where we start. We got to position our offers as the solution to their problems, the answer to their prayers,
Okay. So it's about highlighting the benefits and making it super clear how our offer will improve their lives.
You got it. And there are tons of creative ways to package those offers to make them irresistible.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Well, one thing you can do is bundle products or services together. Let's say you're offering a course on social media marketing. You could bundle it with a bonus ebook on content creation or a set of customizable templates.
So it's like a package deal that feels like a steal.
Exactly. You're giving them more bang for their buck, which makes it much harder to say no.
Smart. What if we're selling physical products, though? Are there any strategies for that?
Sure. Think about limited time promotions, flash sales, or free shipping offers. You can also create a sense of scarcity by emphasizing that there are only a few items left or that the offer expires soon.
Oh, I see. It's all about adding those little extras that make people feel like they got to act fast.
Exactly. And don't forget about the power of personalization. If you know your audience well, you can tailor your offers to their specific interests and needs.
Right. Like if I'm selling handmade jewelry, I could offer personalized engraving or a birthday discount.
Those personal touches can make a world of difference.
This is amazing. We're going from attracting an audience to engaging them and now to converting them into customers. I feel like we're building a marketing machine.
Ah, I like the way you think. And the best part is, this is just the beginning. We've still got more to uncover in the next part of our deep dive.
I can't wait. We're going to reveal even more secrets and strategies to help you turn your content into a powerful revenue-generating machine.
It's going to be epic, so make sure you stick around for the grand finale.
All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive into all things SEO, PLR, MRR, and, just creating amazing content.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey. But we're not done yet. Today, we're going to talk about how to actually turn all those connections we've been building with our audience into conversions.
Yes, let's talk about that. We spent all this time attracting the right people and keeping them engaged, but how do we get them to actually take that next step and become loyal customers?
That's where the magic happens. It's all about creating compelling calls to action and offers that they just can't refuse. You got to guide them towards that desired outcome.
So it's not just about having great content. We need to specifically tell them what to do next.
Exactly. Do you want them to sign up for your email list? Download a freebie, buy your product, make it crystal clear.
Okay, so how do we do that? Are there any magic words or phrases that work every time?
I wish. But there are definitely some best practices you can follow. Keep your calls to action short and sweet, action-oriented and focused on the benefits.
So instead of just saying, learn more, we could say something like, unlock your potential today, or get exclusive access now.
Now you're getting it. You're creating that sense of urgency and excitement, making them feel like they gotta act now.
I like it. So we've got those calls to action figured out. Now let's talk about the offers themselves. How do we make them stand out from the crowd?
Think back to all that research we did on our audience. What are their biggest pain points? What are they really struggling with?
Right.
That's where you start. Your offer needs to be the solution to their problems, the answer to their prayers.
So we're positioning our offer as the thing that's going to make their lives better.
Exactly. Highlight those benefits, emphasize the value, and make it super clear how your offer is going to help them achieve their goals.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But how do we actually create those irresistible offers? Any tips or tricks you can share?
One thing that works really well is bundling products or services together. Let's say you're selling an online course. You could bundle it with a bonus ebook or a set of templates.
So it's like a package deal that makes them feel like they're getting more bang for their buck.
Exactly. It increases the perceived value and makes it harder for them to resist.
I love it. But what if we're selling physical products? How do we make those irresistible?
Think about offering limited time promotions, exclusive discounts, or free shipping. You can also create a sense of urgency by highlighting limited quantities or a deadline to purchase.
Oh, I see. So it's all about making them feel like they got to jump on this opportunity now or they'll miss out.
Yep, you got it. And don't underestimate the power of personalization. If you know your audience well, you can tailor your offers to their specific needs and interests.
Right. Like if I'm selling handmade candles, I could offer a special discount for their birthday or a free sample of their favorite scent.
Exactly. Those little touches can make a big difference.
Wow, this has been an incredible journey. We've gone from understanding our audience to crafting amazing content to creating offers that are irresistible.
It all comes back to that foundation, though. Knowing your audience. The more you understand them, the better you'll be at connecting with them and converting them into loyal customers.
So to our amazing listeners out there,
Yeah.
do your research. Get to know your audience inside and out. Listen to their feedback and never stop learning.
And most importantly, have fun with it. Creating content should be enjoyable. So experiment, try new things, and see what works best for you and your audience.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure.
Until next time, keep creating awesome content.